engagement.
Be respectful.
Sent my son to his phone a video of me sucking.
That is not only my generation, but the generations of women before us just constantly blame and deflect everything on men.
Men want sex and will give you attention in exchange for it. Women want attention and they'll give you sex in exchange.
What the This is a real African physique. This is what happens when you eat your fufu, you eat your egusi soup. Lord have mercy. This is thick. This isn't thick. This is thick. Jesus. Bro, yo, these African kings are serious business. Lord have mercy. The face is so, but this is go. We need another location. These girls are too American.
Where a lot of guys go wrong at is thinking that every single female in Africa is skinny. A lot of older guys grew up thinking that people over there are just like malnourished for some reason. No, there's very healthy parts of Africa and very thick women like this dude showed. Don't get it twisted, guys.
You got too thick for this motherfucker.
Put it here.
That motherfucker so thick.
My boy knew he was taking one for the team. He knew it. Salute to you, my brother. Salute to you.
33, I had the harsh realization that I'm not my type's type.
This is good. Let's see if she can land the plane.
And that's probably why I've been losing in dating.
Yes!
Lady, that is exactly what it is. And it sounds so much better coming from you than coming from me.
It's nothing better than hearing accountability from a woman herself when she realizes these things, that maybe she is the problem.
Oh,
Be respectful. Be respectful.
I gotta go to a speaking engagement.
Be respectful.
Now, you know, a lot of things, if we peel back this video a lot of things, man, that was an F around and find out moment. Why would you stick yourself out in between a moving vehicle? You thought your hips was gonna stop the car? That didn't make no sense. That car was ready to go. And it's not even that driver's fault. I think you put yourself out there and caused that own self-damage. That's self-infliction. And not only that, the old man just didn't handle his business. He walked up to you, asked you if it was all right, and his clock, his 40-yard dash is very, very slow. Yeah. Y'all probably deserve each other at this point.
That's it. I retire. I retire from trying to make you happy. I need you to go make yourself happy and just prove to me that it's even possible. So me and Jada was reflecting about love. And I asked her, I said, what does she think was, one of the biggest revelations that she had about love? She said that you cannot make a person happy. And I thought that was a real deep idea. You can make a person smile, you can make a person feel good, you can make a person laugh, but whether or not a person is happy is deeply and totally and utterly out of your control. I remember the day I retired. I literally said to Jada, that's it.
Man, to my boy Will, I am happy for you, brother. I'm happy for you in a lot of ways, man. I know this was a long time coming. I think the rest of the world knew it was a long time coming. But she is insane, dude. Your wife is insane. She really is.
This morning, I wake my kids up to get them ready for school. And my son gives me his phone. He says, Mom, look what somebody sent me. My man's baby mama, who we all know by Curly Red, sent my son to his phone a video of me sucking dick.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Now, I know this shit was gonna follow me. I already knew this shit been following me for years, okay? This is a video of me and my ex-boyfriend who I was in a relationship with. We talked for years when he got locked up. I answered every fucking phone call when he was locked up. This is not just any random. This video that's being sent around is of someone I was in a full-blown relationship with, lived with for 10 fucking months straight. We were madly in fucking love. So this is not like... Anyways, obviously she sent it from a number that wasn't her exact number, but she told me she was gonna do it. That number my son has is a new number. Nobody has that number. I can name the couple people that have that number, and how I know she has my son's number is because my son and her son, Wesley Jr., were cool. You know, they were playing Roblox together when they met and all stuff like that. She called my son on FaceTime off his phone before, and then she texted him as well off of his phone. So I know you're the only one that has my Jit's number, and you're the only person that hates me enough to do something like that. I know I'm big on saying that I'm not police. I'm pressing full. Listen, I will stop at no cost. I'm calling these people every single day until justice is served, because you sent porno to a 9-year-old child's phone. I'm gonna make sure you register as a fucking sex offender, pussy ass bitch. You just dug. After she sent the video to my son, she went and deleted that little tweet. Yeah, bitch, I have it documented. I have everything documented. But anyways, apart from all of that, you're a sick ass bitch. You're a sick individual. I don't care how much smoke I have with any bitch. It doesn't cross my mind to ever think the thought of anything of that sort. You told me out your mouth you were going to send my son a video like that of me. It doesn't even matter who's in the video. You sent a 9-year-old boy porno and you think you're safe, bitch? Did you think that was a good idea? You're that mad your baby daddy won't respond to you, bitch? You accuse all these people of raping an innocent child that probably wasn't ever raped because you're the sick individual. You're the one with the problem. If you could send a 9-year-old child pornography, if you could say out your mouth you're gonna do it, the fact that you even did it, you even said out your mouth you were gonna do it, baby, you're the issue.
You know, we talk about this all the time, how videos that happened before in the past can come back and haunt you. This is one of those reasons why. Some things you just got to do. You got to treat people with respect, man. You got to have good relations with people. And we get it. That doesn't happen all the time. Things happen. All right. But it's unfortunate that, you know, that I ain't gonna lie. The new baby mom is probably down bad for doing this. She shouldn't be doing that at all. She shouldn't be sending that to a child. She shouldn't be indulging in pettiness like that with a minor. I totally get it. So we're just going to throw the flag on her side of the field. She should have been grown about it. But look, when you're going at it, this love and war stuff, that happens all the time.
Keep it up, Guileys. This has to be my favorite trend at the moment. And it's for two reasons. One, do women finally see how stupid they sound when they post like this, basically asking for congratulations on doing normal fucking adult things? Oh, but without a man, congrats on being an adult, I guess. Got myself a manicure, paid my rent, got groceries, and did it all by myself, ladies. You don't need a man. Correct. Glad it took you some time to get here, but that is correct. But the second reason why I do love this trend is because honestly, like, guys should be able to experience what it's like to get hyped up kind of over seemingly nothing. But it's like women will do that no matter who it is. Like, a woman could post genuinely anything and I think girls would hype it up, and that's like sweet. I think people say that's delusional, but you know what, whatever, this world sucks. Let's hype people up. So you know what, like, I think guys should do it too. And I know the guys under those videos are being like sarcastic and jokey, but I don't know, I'm sure it made the original creator like feel good. I think it's cute.
I like this trend too. Hype me up for a man. I really think when a man finally chooses happiness for himself, bro, other people get mad. Like, look, this dude didn't do anything. I bet the internet was coming for him. I bet females were saying in his comment box, oh, he just want to be a female because this is what females do. But the clip creator did a phenomenal job breaking it down. Why do women get praised when they say they do it and men don't? Ask the question why. Why can't we get praised? Why we can't get hyped up when we pay for our own stuff? Come on, normalize that.
Highest divorce rates, 2 women. Lowest divorce rates, 2 men. Highest rates of domestic violence, 2 women. Lowest rates of domestic violence, 2 men.
Emotional, damn it!
75 to 80% of divorces filed by women. Top reasons: boredom, unhappiness, no longer compatible. Highest rates for maltreatment of children by women. Women consume social media at a far higher rate than men. Women are also 3 times more likely to deal with mental health issues than men. When you share these statistics, you are automatically labeled a misogynist pick-me who hates women, but fortunately, I care more about truth than being accepted by the sisterhood. I'm also not a girl's girl, I'm a woman's woman, which means taking radical responsibility and accountability for my own gender. And the truth is, we have a lot of work to do. What has happened instead is not only my generation, but the generations of women before us just constantly blame and deflect everything on men. You'll hear them say, well, if the men were good, if the men were better, if the men were more masculine, then we would be better women. And that's an extremely entitled take to say that your virtue only relies on men in society. With that attitude, you will actually never attract the men that you claim to want in society. If you are living a debaucherous lifestyle as a woman, you cannot turn around and say, it's men's fault that I don't have anyone to marry. It's men's fault that the dating pool is messed up. No, it's your fault. The best thing that you can do in your life is just to say, everything is my fault, and start taking radical responsibility for your own life instead of blaming and deflecting on everyone else.
It's really hard for women to get along with each other. They have friend groups, they have good girl groups, but like I said before, man, women don't like women on a large scale. Don't even, when they get married, I just feel like that's a phase. For some reason, they phase out. It doesn't last long. It just doesn't, all right? Because they're just too emotional. They go into things too emotional. Now, if one of them becomes the logical partner, they might have a chance. But they are just way too emotional, and they get emotional even in the friendship phase. They be hating on each other, doing crazy stuff to each other. I can only imagine what they do when they married to one another.
Please tell me what I did wrong here, because according to her, I was the one in the wrong, and even if I had wanted a second date, she would never go out with me again. So I went on a date a while back with a girl I met on a dating app, and we agreed to go to dinner. Picked this nice little Italian place and met a reservation for Friday. We show up to the reservation on time, however, our table isn't ready, so we head to the bar. At this time, I was taking a 30-day break from drinking, but I told her I'll order her whatever she wants and we can just hang while we wait for the table. She says, tequila on the rocks. Okay, what type of tequila? She goes, 1942. I did say you could get whatever you want. I'm not tripping. We'll probably only be here for one drink anyway. So we're chatting a little bit and we're about 10 minutes in. I'm looking around to see if any of the other tables have gotten up. It's not looking good. I look at her and she's looking at her empty glass, kind of shaking it around. She looks at me. I go, do you want another? Of course she does. Now, me personally, I have a 2-drink maximum on a first date. I'm not trying to get hammered, but she's going for number 2, 42 on the rocks, and we haven't even sat yet. So clearly, she doesn't abide by the same rules. I order her the next round. 10 minutes later, I order her number 3. Right before they finally come to seat us. Thank God. We sit at the table. She starts looking at the menu and goes, let's get everything. I'm starving. Now, this is something I can do. I figured we'd go through the menu a little bit, find some mutual items to share. No. The waiter comes over, she takes the lead and quite literally orders everything, including another 42 on the rocks. By the time the food finally comes, she's on number 5 and it's visible. On and off, she's got the hiccups, she's extra giggly, and she's gone to the bathroom at least 4 to 5 times. 4 appetizers, a salad, multiple pastas, and 2 entrees later, they all get plopped down on the table, and of course, she's no longer that hungry. I certainly can't eat it all, but I'm gonna damn well try because I hate wasting food. So I do my best, but there's a ton of food left. Before she can even get her next drink, I ask for the check and some boxes. At the very least, I'll have food for a day or two because that pasta was bussin', and I know it's gonna make a good dinner tomorrow. So I pack up all the untouched entrees of chicken and fish, a full pasta, and 2 full appetizers. I pay the bill, I say, let's get out of here. We gotta get you home. How did you get here? She goes, I Ubered. Okay, perfect. Let's get you an Uber and I'll wait here because I drove. So we wait for an Uber. It finally gets here and she's ready to go. We say goodbye, give each other a hug, and then she grabs the entire leftover bag. Hold up. Where are you going with that? She goes, I'm taking my food home. Oh no, I was kind of looking forward to that. How do I save this? So I said, do you mind if I get the pasta then because I really liked it? In between her hiccup spasm, she goes, I was planning to have that as a late night snack, plus I'm the one that ordered it. Well, technically, you ordered everything. Okay, that's okay. I'll just grab the chicken then. She's appalled. No, that's mine. I ordered it and you ate your half already. Whoa, I didn't even eat close to half. There was way too much food. The Uber driver is now getting restless because we're in the middle of the street. Okay, is there anything that you don't want that's in that bag? She looks at me appalled again, and with another hiccup, she goes, I can't believe you're trying to steal all my food. She's visibly upset. She stumbles over to the Uber driver, and she tries to slam the door in my face. Hold on. The Uber driver's looking at me like, can I drive away? Should I wait? We're both in this awkward position where we're just both staring at each other while the girl's just sitting in the back, looking straight ahead like I don't even exist. I'm not gonna get into a wrestling match over this food, but what the has happened? Am I in the wrong here for thinking I was taking some of that food? Clearly, I must have missed something. So I send her a text. Hey, I hope you made it home safe, and honestly, I hope you enjoy the food. My message turns green. She blocked me.
Yeah, man, you had definitely had a bad time. That's insane. I could see why you're having a little cap on how much you drink during the first date, because this is insane. Look at the memories. Look at the story that show. What kind of man would want to deal with that afterwards? It's probably why she's single. She can't even control her alcohol.
Men want sex and will give you attention in exchange for it. Women want attention and they'll give you sex in exchange for it. You know, and so it's an economy. And again, I think that's a very fair economy, which is why the chances of you getting laid, if you say to your partner, you're the most beautiful woman in the world, you're so wonderful. You know, I'll digress for a second. My son texted me the other day and he said, Dad, can you send me some money? And I said, you know, son, I just looked at my text. I haven't got a text from you in a week. I said, let me give you a bit of advice, because I feel like I'm a financial booty call for you. I said, and I have no problem with the concept of a booty call, but if you're going to be a man, let me tell you something you need to know about a booty call. If on a Friday night you text a girl at 1 a.m. saying, hey, are you up? I was just thinking of you. She knows why you're texting her. If you haven't texted her in a week, she's not necessarily going to be receptive to that text. But if on Wednesday you think, you know, I'm going drinking on Friday, I should send that girl, and you send her a, hey, I just heard a song, it made me think of you, hope you're doing well. The chances when you text her on Friday at 1 a.m. and say, hey, are you up? What are you doing? There's a part of her that's going to go, I know why he's texting, but you know, he did text on Wednesday. Like, he is clearly interested in me. Your chances are going to go up. I said, if you texted me on Wednesday and said, hey, Dad, how are you doing? Hope all's well. Just wanted to say hi, we should get lunch sometime soon. Now when you text me and say you want some money, I'll be very quick to send you that money. But because you didn't warm me up at all with any kind of foreplay, the answer is no. You know? So I think that that's a bit, the attention piece and the sex piece, something men need to figure out is pay a little bit more attention, give a little more compliments to your spouse, and the receptivity towards what it is that you need is going to be much more receptive, I believe, in the long term. But I do think that ultimately, you know, when it comes to women falling out of love, when they feel unseen, unappreciated. And we live in a society, by the way, that is constantly, there's a barrage of attention coming at women. I mean, any woman goes on Instagram, she's instantly, you're a queen, fire, you know, all the million texts, whereas men, who cares, shut up, go to work. Like, it's not a lot of that coming from us. Dating apps, the same thing happens, you know. So I think that there's a tremendous amount of affirmation coming from all directions for women. This is why I've always said, by the way, that I think I don't know if in the UK you have.
I like the fact that he broke it down, but this really just dives right into the apps, bro. Like, right into these dating apps, fellas. I ain't gonna lie, man. These girls that are seeking attention and thrive on attention, especially on apps, dating apps, they eat that stuff up, bro. Like, they eat that stuff up. They entertain the DMs. They entertain the quick fire DMs, man. They entertain the DMs from dudes that are just in town for just a day. They entertain that stuff, but want to work and give you the longest obstacle course ever to give you a chance. Because of what? No, man. You give them the attention that they're thriving from, and you're pretty much gonna make it easy for yourself. Let's just put it like that. Men, we're simple creatures. You can tell them we love you. You can tell them you're handsome. You can rub on them a little bit. And look, guys, we might crack a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Our guard is let down. We're easy. But women are just as easy too. Don't forget that. Like the video before y'all stop watching. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next one.